If you want to feel part of something that's bigger than yourself and really know that what you're doing is giving back, all you have to do is clear your calendar for 2 hours on October 3rd, and that very thing will happen in your life. It's time for Raise the Roof, a wonderful fundraiser that Habitat for Humanity does here in Chattanooga each and every year. So we're so happy this morning to have Hannah Muller on the show. With her is Ken Nichols, who's with Crown Automotive and this year's sponsor for the event. So good to see you both.
Great to see you. Thanks for having us.
So when you do, people think of Habitat, Hannah, at least I do, and I think about putting on my work shoes and my gloves and going out and hammering for a little bit. Not everybody can do that, but you can certainly find an hour and a half to come and hear the power of Habitat, right?
Absolutely. This is our biggest fundraiser we do every single year. It's going to be a lot of fun this year. It's chaired by Dr. Elaine Swafford. We get to feature a family from CGLA that she actually taught, and they bought their Habitat home about 8 years ago, and you'll hear what those girls have gone on to do in their lives.
I think that's a really important perspective that y'all are going to bring this year, because it's one thing to hear from somebody who's about to get the house, but to hear, Ken, that this is life-changing long-term for these families is key.
Well, you know, we like to call it a hand up, not a handout, you know, and because these families are very, very deserving. And I'm just proud to be part of Habitat and it's fun, you know, because you're part of the build. You see the looks on the faces when they finally get the house. So it's just an awesome, awesome project to be involved in.
I know that Crown Automotive as a company is helping to sponsor Raise the Roof, but you as an individual Chattanoogan have been involved with Habitat for a long time.
Well, I've been involved over a year, and it's been fun. And we're having during our luncheon, we're having an auction, and it's going to be nice. You know, Mark Height and I, we're both sponsors, and we'll be the auctioneers. And you don't actually take anything home, but you're helping sponsor houses. So we're auctioning off like love, I guess you could say.
Yeah, the roof.
Well, that is what you're auctioning off, actually, because again, with that longevity factor, you're part of this, and you can know in 10 years that somebody who you helped is still under that very same roof.
Absolutely.
So do you have a goal in mind though with this auction, Hannah? Are you trying to raise a certain amount of money?
Yes, there's actually, this can be a little teaser, I guess. There's something that will be announced at the event that you have to buy a ticket to hear about, and we will be matching some funds there. So we are hoping to raise quite a bit of money at the event. I don't really want to say because it's kind of part of the suspense building.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So in order to come on October 3rd, it is a luncheon.
Correct.
Do you have to buy a table, or can you buy an individual ticket?
You can buy an individual ticket. They're $100. You can also buy a table of 8 for $750, and those are available on our website at habitat.org. But we are still selling sponsorships until September 15th. So that's a great branding opportunity for businesses here. Even individuals can buy sponsorships, and all of that's on our website.
You know, because so often I think people want to do things, but perhaps they don't work for a company that's going to be going. They don't have a seat at the table, so to speak. And to keep the cost, I think that's a fairly affordable range, since it's really a donation you're giving, truthfully. But that makes it accessible to a lot more people.
Absolutely, and it's a packed event. I mean, and it's fun. I mean, it's just a fun event. And last year, I forget how much we raised.
We raised over $100,000 last year, so we would love to surpass that this year.
Well, and even though y'all are able to kind of keep your costs cut somewhat with the Habitat house, still the price of lumber and everything is affecting everybody, so you've got to have more money.
Absolutely. The cost for us to build right now is about $150,000, so it's significantly gone up even since I've been at Habitat 3 years ago.
So at Crown Automotive proper, are y'all doing anything at the dealerships to support this event, or just the day of?
Well, we do things. We're part of the builds throughout the year, and we contributed. We're a sponsor, and plus we're involved in the event the day of.
Right. Okay, so what you want to do is go now, because you heard Ken say, and he's not just telling you something, it's the truth. It does sell out. Even though it's at the convention center and there's a lot of room, people do love this event.
Yes.
So go ahead and get your tickets while you can, even though it's not until October 3rd. It'll be here before you know it.
Yeah.
Just a few weeks away. My
I know.
gosh, I'm thinking that's months away, but it's
not.
not. 11:30 in the morning is when it begins. You heard Hannah say it, but happychat.org is your website. We'll be at the Convention Center to celebrate the great work that Habitat for Humanity does, and hear from these daughters, these children who received their home 8 years ago. They're in college, perhaps even graduated, and their lives are great, all because of that roof that people helped to raise. Thank you.
Boo-doo, boo-doo, Local 3 School Patrol, keeping you informed of changes happening in your child's school right now or in the future. The things that affect their education, their safety, your peace of